Proyectos Arduino. Definición. Arduino es una compañía de código abierto y hardware abierto, así como un proyecto de comunidad internacional que diseña y fabrica placas de desarrollo de hardware para construir dispositivos digitales y dispositivos interactivos que pueden detectar y controlar objetos en el mundo real.
What is the Arduino? The Arduino is a microcontroller that's great for hardware prototyping. Essentially, a microcontroller is almost like your brain of sorts. So it processes inputs and then sends out outputs. You can think of this like a human body, where your brain processes inputs like things you might see, and then has an output like something you might say. Just like that, with the Arduino, you can control circuits, LEDs, the sky's the limits. The community online is incredibly active, and here are some examples of things you can make. The possibilities are endless with prototyping hardware with the Arduino. It has a low barrier to entry and a really high ceiling, so to get started, just check the notes below for some beginner projects and some resources.
Medidor de carga de la batería. Este sistema nos permite verificar las baterías típicas que tenemos en muchos electrodomésticos en nuestra casa. Solo podemos verificar baterías AA.C y D, debido a la limitación de entrada de 5 menos polos analógicos. Sistema automático de control de puertas de ferrocarril con Arduino y sensor IR. Esto hace uso de un Arduino para controlar todo el circuito. Dos servomotores se utilizan para abrir y cerrar las puertas del ferrocarril. Se utilizan 4 sensores IR para detectar la llegada o salida del tren. El objetivo principal es cerrar las puertas del ferrocarril cuando el tren se acerca para evitar que los vehículos crucen la pista.
Have you heard of the Arduino and are wondering what it is? We use the Arduino a lot in our projects at Make. Due to its popularity and ease of use, it's one of our favorite microcontrollers. In fact, we dedicated an entire issue to it. But if you're not even sure what a microcontroller is, this video has you covered. A microcontroller is a circuit board that has a chip on it that can be programmed to do many different things. You can read information from sensors. For instance, if you want the board to read how bright it is in a room, you can use this photoresistor, which is sensitive to light. Or you could detect when someone walks into a room with this motion sensor. Even this GPS receiver is a sensor. It tells your project where on the globe it is. Now, that's just a small sample of the different kinds of input that sensors provide, but what can you do with that data? Using output, you can control devices or display and store data. For instance, you can have your Arduino simply blink an LED like this. For something a bit more useful, you can hook it up to this product, called the power switch tail. It lets you control the power to your AC devices, like your lamps and appliances. This LCD readout will let your Arduino display text information. And you can also have sensor values go right into your computer for storing or processing. We're just scratching the surface of the different inputs and outputs that we can use with the Arduino. There's just way too much out there to cover in a single video. But let's take a look at how an Arduino can play a role in a basic project. Let's say you want your living room lights to turn off when you press play on your DVR or DVD player's remote so that you can enjoy your movie in the dark automatically. To make this happen, we'll need a sensor that can read the light that comes out of the remote control. It looks like this, and it's called an infrared sensor. And how do we turn off the lights? We use the power switch tail I mentioned before. It plugs into your wall, and you plug your lamp into it. This wire is what we'll use to control the power switch inside. So how do these work together? Well, that's where the Arduino comes in. We'll hook both of them up to the Arduino pins and write some code to upload to the board using free software. In a very basic overview, the code that we upload to the Arduino will be checking to see if the sensor has received any pulses of infrared light from the remote. If the pattern of flashes matches the pattern of flashes we know to be for play, the Arduino will send the signal to the power switch tail to cut the power to the lamps.
Brazo robótico. Un brazo robótico es un tipo de brazo mecánico generalmente programable con funciones similares a un brazo humano. El brazo puede ser la suma total del mecanismo o puede ser parte del robot más complejo. Finalmente concluimos que Arduino es una plataforma de hardware libre basada en una plataforma con un microcontrolador y un entorno de desarrollo diseñada para facilitar el uso de la electrónica en proyectos multidisciplinantes. Arduino es una plataforma abierta que facilita la programación de un microcontrolador.
If you like tinkering with electronics, but time constraints and a lack of knowledge are preventing you from making a start, then Arduino is the solution. So what is Arduino? Arduino is a microcontroller-based open-source electronic prototyping board which can be programmed with an easy-to-use Arduino IDE. Arduino consists of both a physical programmable circuit board and a piece of software. The Arduino IDE uses a simplified version of C++, making it easier to learn. The Arduino platform has become quite popular with people just starting out with electronics, and for good reason. The Uno is one of the more popular boards in the Arduino family and a great choice for beginners. In this video, we'll talk about what's on it and what it can do. The major components of the Arduino UNO board are the following: USB connector, power port, microcontroller, analog input pins, digital pins, reset switch, crystal oscillator, USB interface chip, TX/RX LEDs. Now let's take a closer look at each component. The first component is the USB connector. This is a printer USB port used to load a program from the Arduino IDE onto the Arduino board. This board can also be powered through this port. The next component is power port. The Arduino board can be powered through an AC to DC adapter or a battery. The power source can be connected by plugging in a 2.1mm center positive plug into the power jack of the board. The Arduino UNO board operates at a voltage of 5 volts, but it can withstand a maximum voltage of 20 volts. If the board is supplied with a higher voltage, there is a voltage regulator. It sits between the power port and the USB connector that protects the board from burning out. Now let's take a look at a very important component, microcontroller. It is the most prominently visible black rectangular chip with 28 pins. Think of it as the brains of your Arduino. The microcontroller used on the UNO board is Atmega 328P by Atmel, a major microcontroller manufacturer. Atmega 328P has the following components in it: flash memory of 32 KB. The program loaded from the Arduino IDE is stored here. RAM of 2 KB. This is runtime memory. CPU. It controls everything that goes on within the device. It fetches the program instructions from flash memory and runs it with the help of RAM. Electrically erasable programmable read-only memory, EEPROM, of 1 KB. This is a type of non-volatile memory, and it keeps the data even after device restart and reset. Atmega 328P is pre-programmed with bootloader. This allows you to directly upload a new Arduino program into the device without using any external hardware programmer.